Alright. You would not believe what I saw today. Fucking pulling from work. I was running a bit early today. So I pull in. And isn't there an old man in the ground with two construction workers helping him? And I'm talking old, in his 80s. So he was just collapsed in the parking lot. And I started talking to him. I got it on GoPro. I just left my dash cam rolling, but I fucking start talking to the old guy while the construction guy's keeping him on the ground. I asked him his name. He had a thick Italian accent, so I couldn't understand his what he was saying, so I called him Mario. And he had a bag with him of keys, and the guy was a fucking bloody mess. His jaw was bleeding and his hands from falling. So yeah, I grabbed his smokes and keys and shit, and I put them in his bag for him. And at the bottom of the bag there was empty Mickey of vodka, and fucking on top of that a 6-pack of beer. So this 80-year-old guy had an alcohol problem, and he ended up falling on him, fucking hurting himself. So I talked to the construction guy, and he told me he saw him fall, and people from the fucking building weren't even helping this guy. They're looking down on the balconies, fucking oh, it really upsets me. They were looking off the balconies. Nobody came down to help this old guy. He's old. And that's my vlog for today, is human compassion. All the way from the road, street, to just at the grocery store. It doesn't seem like there's too many people that have compassion for each other anymore. It's fucking heartbreaking. But just before I started this vlog, I was in the gas station, and a younger guy my age, we walked to the till at the same time. He's like, "Go ahead, boss, I'm in no rush. Have a good day." That's nice. Like, it doesn't really happen like that always. Like, even car accidents, man. I remember when I was a young kid, I'd see car accidents, and my mom and dad would pull over to see if the person was okay, you know. Now you see car accidents on the highway, or even middle roads, middle class roads, small roads, side roads, and no one even pulls over to see if the person's okay. Shit's heartbreaking, man. And I don't know what it is, if it's because there's so many people now on the planet, man. In every city, every subdivision, every street, there's just so many people. The population's just expanding. So what does one person matter? You know what I mean? Like, I'm a culprit. I've drove by car accidents, and in my busy day didn't really care to stop, you know. Like, I always stop if I ever see a motorcycle wreck. But man, an old guy laying on the ground like that on a hot day like this on the back of a building, you could tell he was hurt. But I caught it, like when I pulled in my GoPro, I turned it on, just in case something relevant happened. But we just sat there and calmed the guy and soothed him and just talked to him, made sure his head was okay, you know. He bonked it. They took him away in the ambulance, but just the fact that people were looking down for 5 or 10 minutes at this old man, that's brutal. Heartbreaking, actually. But whenever I can, I try to help people, man. If it's anything from I almost stalled. If it's I haven't done that in forever. If it's anything from someone not having the exact change at a store, or someone at the corner panhandling that looks like they're trying, man, I'll give them a hand. But I guess that's like 1 in a million, because you don't see that happen too often these days. And I don't know why. Even when it comes to a smile, just a smile and a wave to somebody, you don't know what that person's been through in that day. Fuck, in that day, in that week, in that month, or lifetime. That person could have a hardest time, and all they really want is a smile. But then on the other hand, you got the people that just don't give a shit. They don't want to smile, they don't want to be spoken to. Like, that's like me some days. I don't want to talk to anybody, you know? But it still doesn't mean I don't have compassion for people. I don't care. I still care. I just don't feel like talking. I'm sure all of you feel the same way once in a while, you know? It's when I like to go on my rides. I like to go ride a motorcycle or go fishing or something. Just get away from everybody, you know? It's another subject. It's riding with people. It's not my favorite thing. I think I ride with 2 people that I actually care to ride with. I don't like to ride in big groups. I like to ride on my own. I don't like to follow anybody. I don't like people following me. You know? It's a nice chopper. Yeah, but you gotta always worry if people are okay or not okay, or if they're having a good time. But if you're riding by your own self like I am right now, or with your girlfriend on the back, or even with 1 or 2 other people, and you have a destination, it works better. I just couldn't believe that people would let an old man lay on the hot pavement without even running down in your balcony, or running down the elevator or stairway from your balcony just to see if buddy's alright. That literally pisses me off. It's heartbreaking. But if I could just ask one thing from everybody, it's just to give that one person a smile. Give that one person some love and compassion. Even if it's your mother or girlfriend, you know? Like, take this guy at the bus stop, for instance. You know, he has a daughter and shit. Maybe his parents aren't around. You never know that, you know? Yeah. But it is what it is, you know? Not everybody will listen. Not everybody will always care. You'll always have that one fucking asshole. But yeah, it turns out, I'm assuming the old guy was alright. He's just bombed and wiped out. The funny thing is, now we'll relax the situation a bit. When the ambulance, they told us not to move him, just leave him how he was on his side, which is legible because you don't want us if he hurt his neck or back or something, you don't want him to give him any type of spine fractures or if he's internal bleeding. But once the paramedics came out and decided that he was alright, they asked him if he thinks he needs to go to the hospital, and he said no. So the ambulance guy said, well, you know what, if you could stand to this occasion, I won't bring you to the hospital. And he couldn't stand up, man. Couldn't stand up, poor guy. Yeah. Now I just want to know the relevancy to why the people in the fucking apartment building didn't come down to see if he was at least alright. Tweaks my mind. How could you see an old man sitting, like even if I saw an old man sitting here on the side, fell over, man, I pull over and help the guy. You know, even if I'm in a rush, it is what it is. But that's my rant for today. I wonder what that guy's kids would have thought. They knew he's so drunk, he's fucking guy's 80 something. But if they knew he was getting so drunk that he was falling in back parking lots and stuff, man, if I found out my mom or dad was doing that, I'd be so super upset. I'd be flexed. But at that age, what are you gonna do, really? It's not much you can do. That's it. That's what you become. And my dad's an alcoholic, man. I know all about that shit. I wouldn't want none of that in my life. I hardly drink. You know what I hate the most? When I have a couple drinks during the day and then I want to ride this beast after. It's like, nah, bro, you can't drink and ride your bike. You can't, not even one. One of my favorite turns. We're only going 40. I got my bike really low. But I hope if you see someone that's in need, that y'all are the type of people to help out, you know? Sometimes you never know how much people need some help. I'll show that video after this one. I'll plug in a couple clips of it. Heartbreaking, man. Imagine if that was your grandfather or grandmother. You know, what would you do? anybody watches this video, like, I don't have a lot of subscribers or anything, but it calms me to vlog, you know, especially on my bike. It just calms me to talk. And I wasn't even the person who wanted me to start vlogging. I had a friend tell me that, hey man, you talk a lot of good shit, you know, and my girlfriend too. It's like, maybe you should throw a microphone in your helmet and just spread your shit, you know. So I'm new at this, but hopefully I could touch someone with this video, and you go and give your mom or dad or sister or somebody a hug, you know. Go help somebody, help an old lady cross the street, carry her groceries for her, you know. Like, do something. Just sit there, man. This world's getting nasty, man. There's people dying all the time. Wars. Got them the Jenners, whatever his name is, Caitlyn Jenners of the world. Jesus, all for money, man. How would you do that to yourself for money? Gosh, insanity. Insanity. But yeah, let's go out and give someone, let someone pass you, let someone in front of you in the line, you know. Smile and wave at somebody. Be nice. You only have a short life. No matter all the talk about Jesus and going somewhere after, what if you don't? What if you don't? What if you die and that's it? Like, when you're sleeping, like, game over, like before you were even born. Like I know, like 1800. You don't remember that shit. You weren't around. The fuck? You know? It's just blackness. Fucking. Imagine if that happens. Imagine if that happens when you die. You want to make your life and living so good, man. Help people out.